Welcome to the Funnel Factor, everybody. All right, so are you ready to dive into something pretty special today?
Always.
Okay, good, because we're looking at this 2025 social media content calendar from Cindy over at Funnelmates.
Oh, yeah.
You know those awesome folks?
Yeah, they always come up with...
Always coming up with clever ways to add value,
Yeah.
even around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And this calendar is like their gift to all of us this Christmas.
That's pretty cool. You know what's fascinating about this?
What?
It's not just a cute festive gimmick or anything.
Right.
It's an actual strategic roadmap packed with prompts and ideas for every single day of the year.
Yeah.
Cindy's really thought this through.
Okay, I'll admit, when I first saw it, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of content.
Yeah.
It can feel a bit overwhelming, right?
Sure.
But that's why we're here.
To break it down.
To break it down, yeah, and help you extract the most valuable insights.
Exactly. Having a content plan, even if you don't follow it like religiously,
Right.
can be a total game changer.
Right.
It saves you so much time. It keeps you consistent.
Yep.
Most importantly, it helps you stay strategic about your whole social media presence.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So let's dive in. Instead of going day by day, which would take forever,
Yeah.
we've identified some key themes and categories in
Okay.
Cindy's calendar.
All right.
And what really jumped out at me was the emphasis on personal branding.
Oh, interesting.
There are tons of prompts focused on sharing your story, your why,
Okay.
even some behind-the-scenes glimpses.
That's smart. You know, in a world of perfectly curated feeds,
Right.
people crave authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing your journey, even the struggles,
Right.
helps you connect with your audience on a much deeper level.
For sure.
It builds trust and makes you more relatable.
I like that. It's not about pretending to be perfect.
Right.
It's about being real.
Yeah.
For example, in January, Cindy suggests
Okay.
document a weekend in the life
Mm-hmm.
and include practical tips.
That's a fantastic example of blending like the personal and the professional content.
Right.
It's relatable, it provides value,
Yeah,
and it positions you as someone who's knowledgeable and approachable.
exactly. It's like, hey, I'm a real person who also happens to be an expert in this field. And speaking of expertise,
Yeah.
there's a huge focus on educational content throughout the calendar.
Absolutely. Sharing your knowledge is crucial for establishing that authority and credibility.
Right.
Think of it as like giving your audience a taste of what you know,
Okay.
which can then lead them to wanting more.
Makes sense. I saw prompts like bust a common industry myth
Uh-huh.
and share what you believe instead.
Yeah,
I love that. It sparks curiosity
for sure.
and positions you as a thought leader.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of like how-to guides
Yeah.
or quick tips.
Right.
Even short, bite-sized pieces of valuable information
Yeah.
can make a big impact.
Okay, let's move on to something I know is crucial for all of us.
All right.
Engagement.
Yeah, Cindy has sprinkled in a ton of ideas to get those conversations flowing.
hmm
What's the thinking behind that?
Engagement is like the lifeblood of social media.
Okay.
The more people interact with your content
Yeah.
through likes, comments, shares, saves, the more visibility you get.
Right.
Algorithms love to see that people are finding your content valuable.
So it's not just about posting into the void.
Exactly.
It's about sparking a reaction.
Yes.
I noticed Cindy included a lot of prompts for polls and questions,
Yeah.
like ask your followers what their plans are for the weekend
Okay.
and share yours.
That's a classic for a reason. Simple, relatable,
Yeah.
and it encourages people to chime in.
Yeah, but then she throws in some really fun, outside-the-box ideas, like communicate only with emojis for a day.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that one made me laugh.
Uh-huh.
But is that really a good idea, though? I mean, wouldn't that alienate some people?
It's about finding a balance and knowing your audience.
Something like that might not work for everyone,
Right.
but the point is to break out of the mold sometimes and try something unexpected.
Right.
It can help you stand out in a crowded feed.
That's a good point. It's about taking calculated risks. And speaking of standing out,
Yeah?
Cindy doesn't shy away from leveraging holidays and events for content.
That's smart. It's a way to tap into existing conversations and stay relevant.
Right.
People are already thinking about these events.
Yeah.
So why not join the conversation?
For example, for Groundhog Day,
Okay.
she suggests a 50% off 24-hour Groundhog Day sale.
It's all about finding those creative tie-ins
Yeah.
that make sense for your brand and your audience.
Right. Now, something else I noticed in this calendar.
Okay.
Let me guess the Mean Girls Day meme prompt.
You got it. It shows that Cindy gets it.
Yeah.
Tapping into pop culture and internet trends can be a really powerful way to connect with your audience.
For sure.
And show that you're in tune with what's happening online.
All right, before we go full fetch on Mean Girls memes,
Right.
there's one more thing I want to touch on in this section.
What's that?
The inspirational and motivational content.
Oh,
Cindy has sprinkled that in throughout the year as well.
that's an important element. People are looking for inspiration, especially on social media.
For sure.
Sharing quotes, personal stories, reflections
Mm-hmm.
can create a sense of connection and community.
There's a prompt in February that says,
Okay.
share the best or worst decision you made in your career
Uh-huh.
and why it worked.
Yeah.
That's a great way to show vulnerability and offer a learning experience.
And it invites people to share their own stories, which deepens the engagement.
Right. What stands out to you in this section?
Oh, I love how Cindy included some prompts that encourage reflection, like, what are 3 things you're grateful for in your business right now? You know, it's a great reminder to focus on the positive
Yeah.
and share that energy with your audience.
That's a good point. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to appreciate the journey.
Definitely.
Now, besides these daily prompts, Cindy's included 2 bonus sections that are pure gold.
Oh, yes. The viral video and caption hooks and high converting call to actions.
Yes.
This is where the calendar goes from helpful to strategic genius.
Okay, let's unpack these. First up, viral video and caption hooks.
Okay.
What exactly are we talking about here?
Think of these as attention-grabbing phrases or techniques
Right.
that stop people mid-scroll and make them actually want to watch your video or read your caption. You need something
Yeah.
in a world of just endless content
Right.
that cuts through the noise.
So it's not just about having a great video,
Mhm.
it's about how you present it.
Exactly. And Cindy has broken them down into categories
Oh, yeah.
based on what triggers people's curiosity and their emotions.
I like it.
So we've got personal experiences and transformations,
Uh-huh.
educational tips, tricks and tutorials, even controversial and opinions.
Ooh, that last one sounds spicy.
Right.
Give me an example.
Well, she suggests hooks, like
Okay.
why blank is setting you up for failure,
Okay.
or stop believing the hype about blank.
Interesting. It's about taking a stance
Yes,
and sparking a debate.
exactly. As long as it's done respectfully, of course.
Of course, I could see how that could get people talking.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be risky? What if you alienate part of your audience?
It's a calculated risk, but remember,
Yeah.
sometimes a little controversy can be a good thing.
Okay.
It shows that you're not afraid to express your opinion and that you're confident in your expertise.
Makes sense.
Sure.
What other types of hooks are there?
Okay, so she's got ones that are focused on fascination and intrigue.
Right.
Like, you won't believe what happens when you try blank. And the secret behind why blank is taking over the world.
Those sound like clickbait headlines,
Yeah.
but I gotta admit, I'd probably click on them too.
Of course.
Right.
We're hardwired to want to know the secret or the truth.
Yeah, that's true. Then there are...
Then there are point of view and scenario-based hooks,
Yes.
which puts the viewer right in the middle of the action.
I'm intrigued. Give me an example.
Something like POV. You decided to walk away from blank to blank.
Okay.
Or POV. You took a risk on blank, and here's how it paid off.
Okay.
You know, it's like you're inviting the viewer to step into a story
Right.
and experience it firsthand.
That's brilliant. It's so much more engaging than just stating a fact.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got our attention-grabbing hooks.
We do.
Now, what about those high-converting call to actions?
Yes.
Why are those so important?
Think of it this way.
Okay.
You've created this amazing content. You've hooked your audience. But now what? You need to tell them what you want them to do next.
Right.
A strong call to action guides that next step.
Otherwise, they just scroll on by rate.
Exactly. And Cindy has thoughtfully categorized these calls to action
Okay.
based on your desired outcome.
I like it.
One more comments.
Yeah.
She suggests prompts like, drop a word below and I'll slide into your DMs.
Ooh, that's good.
It's personalized, it encourages interaction.
What if you want people to save your post for later?
Simple, save this gem,
Uh-huh.
or save this and come back to it later.
Easy.
It's a gentle nudge to remind them that this content is valuable.
I like those.
Yeah.
What about if you want more shares?
She recommends things like share this with someone who needs a reminder or tag a person who needs to see this. Again, it's about making it personal and relevant.
And of course, we all want more followers, right?
Of course.
What does Cindy suggest for that?
She provides calls to action, like follow me for a daily dose of inspiration, education, laughter.
Okay.
Or hit that follow button to stay updated.
Simple, but effective. Now let's get down to business.
Literally.
Literally. What about calls to action that drive sales?
This is where you connect your content to your business goals.
Right.
And Cindy offers a range of options. Like, want more tips like this? My offer dives even deeper. Explore the link in my bio. It's a clear and concise way to tie your content to a specific product or service.
That's good. And she also includes prompts for
Getting more DMs, questions, even entries into contests or giveaways.
Yeah.
The variety is really impressive.
I'm starting to think Cindy should have charged for this calendar. It's packed with so much valuable information.
It really is. It's like having a social media strategist
Right.
in your back pocket guiding you every step of the way.
Okay, so we've explored the daily prompts,
We have.
the viral hooks, and the calls to action.
Yep.
What does this all mean for our listener?
Right.
How can they actually put this calendar to work for them?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? That's where we come in to help distill it all. The beauty of this calendar is it's not meant to be like a rigid day-by-day prescription.
Right.
Think of it as like a buffet of ideas.
Okay.
You get to pick and choose what resonates with you, your brand, and your audience.
So it's not about copying Cindy's exact approach.
No.
It's about using her framework as a springboard for your own creativity.
Exactly. Personalization is key.
Okay.
Take those prompts and make them your own. Infuse them with your unique voice, your stories, your expertise.
Right.
That's what will make your content stand out and truly connect with your audience.
That makes a lot of sense. It's about taking inspiration and running with it. But where do you even begin? This calendar's packed with so much stuff.
Right.
It can still feel a little overwhelming.
Don't let the volume intimidate you.
Okay.
Remember, consistency is more important than quantity. Even if you only implement a handful of these ideas consistently throughout the year, you'll see a positive impact.
So start small, pick a few themes or prompts that really resonate with you. And commit to them. That feels much more manageable.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to experiment.
Okay.
Try different things. See what works. Track your results.
Right.
Social media is all about testing and iterating.
That's a great point. It's not about getting it perfect right out of the gate.
No.
It's about learning and evolving along the way.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has really opened my eyes to the strategic side of social media.
That's what we're here for. To help you see the bigger picture
Yeah.
and give you the tools to create content that truly moves the needle.
So as we wrap up,
Okay.
I want to leave our listener with this.
Right.
Cindy has given us an incredible gift with this calendar.
She has.
It's a roadmap, a source of inspiration, and a reminder that we don't have to face the social media beast alone.
She's done the heavy lifting.
Right.
Now it's your turn to take those prompts, personalize them, and make them shine.
Don't be afraid to experiment. Have fun.
Yeah.
And remember, consistency is key.
Absolutely.
Even small, consistent efforts can lead to big results over time.
And who knows, maybe you'll come up with some viral hooks or calls to action
Right.
that Cindy will want to include in her next calendar.
All right, on that note, we're signing off.
Sounds good.
Happy content creating, everyone. And a big thank you to Cindy from Funnelmates for this awesome Christmas present.
Yes, thank you.
We'll see you in the next deep dive.